Hello, EDLS 708 crew. It is Dr. Palermo with your Week 10 instructional video. In Fowler this week, Chapter 11 is about policy evaluation, determining if the policy works. On page 282, figure 11.1, the basic steps of policy evaluation. What I wanted to say about this chapter overall is that I have recommended that some of you may pursue a program evaluation for your dissertation. If that's the case, read this chapter carefully, where our both the process and the philosophy of program evaluation are laid out pretty well here for you in terms of the criteria for judging and evaluating a program and policy and the tools that you'll use. Now, I want to caution you, in Chapter 11, Figure 11.2 and 11.3 describe the types of quantitative and qualitative data that are often used in a program evaluation. This is a typo. These are reversed, and Figure 11.2 says it's quant, numbers, and it's qualitative, and Figure 11.3 says it's qualitative, and those are the numbers: test scores, retention rates, attendance figures. Don't get confused. The book messed that up. As far as the dialogue post related to Chapter 11 in Fowler, I wanted you to think about the indicators that are used by North Carolina DPI to determine school success. Folks, think about the numbers in particular that are on the school report card. Attendance, student achievement, broken down by demographics, teacher quality. Think about the factors that DPI uses to determine school success, and pick one that gets in your craw, how determining, for instance, how many third graders have passed a reading proficiency, how that might distort the behavior of educators in schools when children don't all pass the third grade reading proficiency. That's an example, but any kind of indicator that gets in your craw that you think could be done better, tell how you might improve this accountability measure, please. So I want you to apply what you've learned about program and policy evaluation in Chapter 11 to the indicators that are being used to rate you and your schools. So think about that just a little bit in Fowler and policy this week. In law this week, it is Chapter 10 on hiring and firing, recruitment, tenure, dismissal, and the due process when there's someone in trouble. There's a neat action plan, or they call it a teacher improvement plan, but the Figure 10.1 on that's what I would call an action plan. And you know that you always do want to work with folks to try to get better before you help them to get gone. But school law this week revolves around questions of hiring and firing. And you want to make sure that you're not trampling on teacher rights and freedoms when you do fire, in which case I threw in an extra school law case here because it was in the news and interesting to me. Check out this Huffington Post article about a Florida middle school teacher who brought some of her thoughts about white supremacy to a podcast and apparently also to her school. So read the facts and then comment, please. There's some nexus here of teacher freedoms and teacher freedom to speak her mind and the school district's liability in terms of providing the curriculum that is stated to the children. Well, give me your thoughts about that. But again, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about that, as well as the usual ethics scenario this week. So have fun with that. I hope you're working on your projects, on your evidences, and I look forward to reading and giving you some feedback on those. It is March Madness. Go Heels. Thanks.